All right, we were doing an estimate up here in Crystal Lake. Exterior of a home. Home was built in 67. This is the original siding. It almost looks like the original paint, but I know it's not. Part of this house, all of the stuff that's sided is cracking, peeling, has been painted before, scraped, so it's scarred really bad. I'm gonna do a quick walk around with you. We're gonna look at all the areas and we're gonna come back and show you how we're gonna fix it. All right, so we're gonna start on the south side of the house. This one, you can tell it's been painted before. You can tell it's some kind of composite because of the blistering. So it's some kind of like MDF early type composite. And you can see by all those, that scars, the cracks, almost, I call them continents, those there, where old paint was left on, they painted right over it. And I'm sure because the dark areas, they painted it once to sell because they moved in 3 years ago. So I'm sure they just did one quick coat of paint in order to get a sale on here. There's still a lot of peeling, a lot of flaking that's going on. So what we're gonna have to do is come in here and scrape. We're not gonna power because I don't want to get into the MDF. It'll make it even worse. But we'll just hand scrape all of this loose area. So 2 people could probably knock this out in a full day, probably a day and a half is what I'm gonna estimate. So 2 people for a day and a half of just hand scraping all these things. And we'll have to put drop cloths down to get the roses and that kind of stuff. So a lot of drops. They'll have to come in, they're the leaf blowing for landscaping. We'll have to come in afterwards just to kind of pick some of this stuff up. And again, you can kind of see, once we get closer, you can see kind of the original board. You can see the original paint, what they painted, what was left on, what was taken off. Some of the stuff is just sitting here. Some of it's flaking off. You can kind of see it comes off pretty easy. Some of it not so much. So we're going to scrape as much as possible. They're just looking to get a Band-Aid 3 to 5 years. So that way they can put regular siding on here. The shutters are, I don't know how old, but all the shutters we're going to take off and they'll replace them. Painting shutters is actually more expensive than buying new ones, especially if you're going to Menard. And you can kind of see they repainted part of this. You can see the different color on the edges there. And that, why that's so bad, a lot of different reasons why that happens. Paint too thick, could have dried too fast. It could have been something on here that caused it to peel. There's a lot of reasons why that happens. Biggest reason is just wasn't prepared right is what it comes down to. They were in a hurry to get it done, making it look right. I'm assuming there was probably something here. And then when they went to sell, they took it out and then they painted because it's a different color. That's what I'm assuming anyway. But then we got in the back side, that's where it's weird. It almost looks like it's 2 colors. And I don't think this side's been painted. If it has, I don't know when, because it's almost too perfect. And by perfect, I mean all these cracks are too perfect everywhere on the house. On the back side and the other side over there, everything looks exactly like this. All these cracks all over the place. The paint is definitely failing from the surface. And I was able to come through and just places where it's loose, I'm able to peel it off. So part of this, it gets into time and material. How much time do you want to spend on it? What's it worth? So we're just going to go after the places where it's really loose, really quick, just a quick scrape coming after. And once you come after it, it's going to pop these areas like this off the house is what we're looking for. And once that comes off, then we're just going to use what we have found to be the best is Zinsser has this stuff called triple thick peel bond. And it looks like a cross between Elmer's glue and sour cream. And we're going to roll this stuff on the house. It's going to fill in all these cracks. It's going to get in here. And any place that's kind of loose that didn't scrape off, it's going to glue it all down. And then once that's done, we'll probably use deck and dock because it's a problem surface type thing. There's another one Sherwin has. Benjamin has one too. I can't remember the names off the top of my head, but something that's a more of a surface problem type thing, high build. I don't want like duration because duration has a lot of primer and bonding. And we have found with older homes with duration, you put duration on there, but the problem is it grabs that paint so tight that when it dries, it turns this way. So it lays flat, and as it's drying, it's pulling and it's curing and it's grabbing that paint and it's pulling and it's pulling. And next thing you know, a flat surface, and it starts looking like this. And then you start getting these buckles and peeling where it's coming off the surface. I don't want that. I want it to bond to the surface that's already here. So the peel bond will be number 1, and then just putting a good coating. Super paint is a really good one too. It's going to stick really well. I just like the deck and dock because it has another layer of like a fill. So some of this stuff will go away. So that's how I would tackle this house. And the window trims, they're going to replace the windows at some point, just not yet. So just something quick, easy, just to fill in some of those cracks and make it look good. All right, so everything is said and done. Materials are in there. So total for this project came out to be right around $7,000. Colors may play a factor in that. Depending if they go more than 2, we may have to buy extra paint, but that's kind of what we had for primer, paint, and then our warranty, lifetime of the paint. If it bubbles, peels, or whatever, we come back for the life of the paint. So figure 4 to 5 years, we'll come back for an annual touch-up program. And then it also comes with the free designer to help them pick colors. And we had this right between 60 to 65 hours is kind of what I'm guessing. The prep work is going to be the kicker. I'm hoping that stuff, once we start peeling, it just doesn't come off in a sheet. We're going to scrape, but we had it for 2 people for a day, so we're not going nuts to get it to raw wood. So that is a problem project here in Crystal Lake. Older MDF type siding, scraping it, priming it, painting it. If you got a project similar to this, if this makes sense, we can work together. Look forward to coming out, give you an estimate, and you can have an idea of approximately what you can spend. I think it came out to 278 square feet. I think that's what it came out to. Anyway, talk to you soon. Hope you have a great day. And as always, God bless you.